Hello, Shotgun Squirrel here, and welcome to what is likely going to be my final video. Let's just get this out of the way. It's me. It's the man behind the squirrel. I'm doing sort of a heart-to-heart, a face-to-face, although I can't see your face, which doesn't seem very fair. I'm doing a personal video to sort of bookend the project, bookend the last 5 years of this hobby. For those of you who don't care, who've maybe just come onto this video for, I don't know, curiosity, that's basically it. I'm going to be sort of not doing YouTube anymore. I might come back to it, but I'm certainly going to be taking a long break. For anyone else who maybe is interested, I'm going to sort of talk about why I started the videos and why I'm ultimately ending them. So if you want to stay tuned for that, you can do. I will apologize for the terrible lighting and the backdrop. That's where my TV normally is, and the microphone. That makes me look like a weatherman. This is the only microphone I have, and it's the one I normally use to record with, so I've popped it out and turned it into sort of weatherman thing. So that's fun. And apologies, of course, for my face. It is very clear that I need more sleep, but I don't allow myself. It's all my own fault, my own decision making. Anyway, you don't have to stare at my face though. I have got a video that I'll just put in the background. If my After Effects will allow me, I'll key myself in, but otherwise I'll just shrink myself nice and small and put myself in the corner. But yeah, it's a video of the very first video actually I ever recorded. It's me playing Apex Legends when Apex Legends had just come out. So that's kind of fun for you Apex Legends historians out there. You can see what it looked like. So I'll just put that on so people can look at it. I'm afraid it's not going to be a Minecraft jumping video or someone squidging stuff, but hopefully it can keep us ADHD people, interested. Anyway, that's the admin. Let's talk about why I started the channel. The first reason, and the main reason, is kind of pathetic, but it is true, and it's that I was lonely. When I finished secondary school, my friends went to university, and I went straight into work. And unfortunately, because my friends went into university, they made new friends, the bastards, and they just, did other things, effectively. So each, evening I would come back from work, and I would have no one to play with because they were doing their other things. It'd start off, originally I'd come back from school and we'd play every single night. But then as time moved on, it was every other night, then, once a week, then a couple of times a month to, not even a month. I'd message the group chat and no one would be available. And that was sad. That was pretty bad for me. I'm quite an extroverted person, socializing breeds me energy. And if I don't get the socializing, I shrivel up like a little raisin. So, got quite lonely, and so YouTube was kind of a way to pretend I had friends, if I'm being honest. I got to talk, and I could pretend people were listening, so that was quite good. It was good for me. It was also, there's other reasons. I do video work for my job, so it was a good way to, practice my editing and stuff like that. Not that I do a whole lot of that, but, anything was good. Learn a few tips here and stuff, I got better because of it, so that was helpful. So that was sort of the main reason. The other reason was because of the Xbox Game Pass. At the time, 5 years ago, people were shitting on the Xbox Game Pass. They did not believe in it. They thought it was a bit crap. And I really believed in it. I thought it was great. I thought it was really, really good. I mean, for starters, I wouldn't be able to do my channel without it because I can't afford all those games, especially not when my videos aren't getting watched. So Game Pass allowed me to play games and create content that I wouldn't have otherwise been able to do, which was great. But also I just believed in the idea of playing games that you wouldn't normally buy. It gave you access to so much stuff that you would have otherwise not experienced. And I really believed in that and wanted that to basically be the core of my channel was, hey, here's a Game Pass. And, a little bit my mind back in the day was like, oh, I know I could be the Game Pass guy, really sort of teaching people, what's available out there. Obviously that didn't happen, but, that was sort of the ideas of why I started the channel. Obviously, the fact that I'm making this video, we can tell that it didn't work. I never started the YouTube with the idea of being successful. I hoped for it, but I never fully committed to being YouTube. If you've watched any of my videos, you can sort of see that the whole style of my video is just me talking over gameplay. That's literally it. It's playing games and talking. And the reason I did that was, for starters, because it was fun. I mean, I like playing games. And also because I knew if my channel was going to be successful, it was going to be based on my personality, who I am as a person. I didn't have the time to do good edits. I didn't have the skills to do, incredible gameplay. It was going to be my channel was going to live and die on whether I was entertaining or not. And looking at my channel, you could say that maybe I'm not. And, fair enough if that's the case. I'm not sure that is the reason. But, that was sort of my hope. My hope was that I would be entertaining. And I very much had the mindset of, if you build it, they will come. They didn't. Some people did, and I really, really appreciate those of you who have, watched my videos and, the regular commenters I get. They really do mean a lot. But ultimately, I've been doing this 5 years, and I have 330 subscribers, or I think less now. I think I've dropped 2 in the last couple of days, and most of those are from a Pikuniku video. But we will touch on Pikuniku later. So yeah, the sort of ethos I had, other than the build it and they will come, was also I never wanted to commit too much to it, because I really struggle with motivation. So if I, worked really hard on a video and that video failed, I wouldn't make another video. It was simple as that. So by only sort of dipping my toe in, doing a low effort video of me just playing a game and talking over it, it meant that if the video fails, not a big deal. I'll just make another one, and maybe that one will succeed. Very much throw as much at the wall and see if anything sticks. And because of that ethos, I used to explain to people, because people used to say, oh, why didn't you do this? Everyone's playing these games. Or why not doing this? Or everyone's playing those. And it's like, well, I want to make what I want to make was kind of the thing. I want to have fun and just play games and talk. And that's what I want to succeed on. I always had this argument that there's 4 different outcomes, 2 different ways of doing things, 4 different outcomes. You can do what you love and fail, which is the current boat we're in, and that's okay because you had fun. I don't regret the 5 years I spent. I got better at editing. I had fun. I played some great games. I mean, that's great. That's fine. That's where we were. Obviously, the dream is to do what you love and succeed, which is not what happened. But that's fine. But that is very rare, and that is ultimately what we strive for. It's the reason why we do YouTube. I mean, there are obviously people who are creatives and they love that kind of stuff, and there's more power to them. But for the vast majority, I would say, of YouTubers, it's the idea of doing something you love and getting paid to do it. That's ultimately. I mean, I think that's ultimately everyone's game, isn't it? Really, I suppose. Anyway, not the point. The point is, those are the 2 outcomes on that side. The other way you could do it is you could chase the algorithm. You could work, really, really hard. You could put, blood, sweat, and tears in something that you don't necessarily enjoy. And if you fail, that is debilitating. That is awful, because not only did you not enjoy doing what you did, but you also failed. Like, you got nothing out of it. And that is terrifying. And that's, what I always feared. But even the best case scenario, which is, you do all of that and you succeed, I mean, congratulations. All you did is invent yourself a job. I mean, people are doing this to not have a job. Why put all that blood, sweat, and tears, all that energy, not enjoying yourself, and then you succeed? So now you've got to keep doing it. Like, you get stuck just doing that sort of stuff. I mean, you only have to look at a few YouTubers that are basically, because of the algorithm, because of how it works, they are linchpinned into one topic. They can't do something else. They have to make another channel if they want to make different content, because if it's not the same niche as their other stuff and it doesn't do as well, YouTube just cuts off that video. They just kills that video, because you can't branch out, because the algorithm is so focused on, viewer retention. And I'm not going to blame my failure. Once again, I never went into this with the idea of, oh, I'm going to be the next big YouTuber. Like, I didn't believe that. It was very much a case of, we'll just see what happens. But so I don't think that's why my channel failed. But it certainly didn't help. Well, I think my channel failed is maybe I'm not entertaining. Obviously, that's always a possibility. But I think I'm hilarious. The main reason I think is because I make long form content and there's not really a market for it. Well, there is, but the market is for children, younger people. And if you are a child watching this, no, nothing against you. We were all your age at one point. It's fine. I just don't feel comfortable catering towards children. I don't think there are enough protections in place between a content creator and a child. Back in the day, TV presenters, now don't get me wrong, I know there's a lot of dodgy TV, well, beyond dodgy TV presenters that have been outed, but there was more protections in place. You could write a letter to them and that would likely get picked up by like a personal assistant. With a content creator, you just send them a bloody message. You can just private message them, and it's all kinds of wrong, and I don't like that. So I never want to make anything for kids. But funny enough, kids are the ones that want the long form content. Adults and, teenagers and stuff, they or older teenagers, they got shit to do. They want snappy, high quality content. That's what they want. They don't want to just sit and watch someone chilling about playing a game. And so yeah, I think that's what I failed. I failed because I was making content that didn't have an audience effectively. And now I know that or at least I believe somewhere there is an audience that would have watched my stuff, but they didn't find me. And that makes sense. YouTube, the internet is just full of people creating content, and you can't. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not bitter about it. I knew what I was doing. I knew my chances, and yeah, I'm putting it to an end because it's no longer sustainable. And a big part of that is Pikuniku. So obviously I mentioned that Pikuniku. If you don't know my channel, I average probably between 10 to 20 views on a video, and probably 19 out of those views, they haven't watched the video. They've just clicked on it, seen that it's an hour long, and clicked off of it. So Pikuniku, which has 70,000 views, is a little bit of an outlier from my normal videos. Yeah, Pikuniku, like my second most watched video has 500 views, I think, something like that. And then my most has 70,000. They say when you're making YouTube, all the advice and stuff is to get monetized on YouTube, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time across all your videos within 1 year. And all the advice is don't worry about subscribers. You'll get them way before you get the 1,000 hours of watch time. Not for me. Pikuniku, 7,000 hours has been watched. 7,000 hours of collective human time has been spent watching Pikuniku. And out of it, I think I got 100 subscribers. The reason is because it's being watched by children. Children who don't have accounts, so they can't they can't subscribe, or being watched on their parents' accounts. That is why that is as successful as it is, and it's not my target audience. If I wanted to, I bet you I could have made a Pikuniku video the next week after seeing the success of it, and it would have done, gangbusters, and I could have been the Pikuniku guy. I don't know how much mileage you'd get out of that particular game, but yeah, I could have done it. There was options there, and I chose not to. And because I chose not to, because that's not the type of content I wanted to make, yeah, I got real sad. The whole 4 years before Pikuniku, I was absolutely fine, no one watching my stuff. And then after seeing, once you've got a taste of that, it's, oh boy, is it hard to go back. I don't want to say I feel burnt out, but yeah, it's ever since then it's been a lot more demoralizing to put out a video and it not get watched. And I think it's been a long time coming. I was sort of around September time last year that I sort of went, I don't think I want to do this anymore, but I wanted to hold out to the 5 years to sort of finish the project, show that I can get to a nice stopping point, and that's where we are now. So I don't blame Pikuniku. Pikuniku is probably my only achievement really with this channel, but that is one of the reasons why I'm stopping. The other reason is I just don't have time. Honestly, when I started, I was a man baby living at home whose mum looked after him mostly. I mean, I did the washing up, but that was it. I didn't have to wash clothes, didn't have to tidy the house other than, my own stuff. I lived in my room basically the whole time. So I would work, come back, have dinner, wash up, play games. That was it. So I had tons of time. 3 years ago, I moved into this house with my partner. And yeah, since then, life has a lot more that you need to do. There's a lot more chores that I now have to do, which is obviously fair enough. But yeah, it all takes all your time. It disappears. Honestly, if you are young watching this video, enjoy it while you can, because it all disappears. I went from playing games probably, maybe 30 hours a week. Maybe I played games, basically a full-time job of playing games. Maybe not 30 hours, maybe 20. Well, anyway, I played that many. To now, I probably get about 10 hours, maybe, if I'm lucky. Time's just... And we haven't got kids. If we have kids, there'd be no games at all. So, yeah, time right now is a premium. And if I'm going to be doing YouTube videos, they need to be successful, basically, because I can be doing other stuff with that time. I've recently found a love for board games, specifically board game design. So I am making my own board game now. I thought about doing a channel on that, just like showing my design process, but I don't know. I want to be designing, and whenever I'm editing a video, I'm often like, or recording a video, it's like, oh, I could be, designing this board game. I could be tweaking it. I could be making changes. I could make improvements. I could be playtesting it. So time is a real premium, and the success of my channel, or the lack of success on my channel, has really made it go, well, why am I spending my time doing this? Like I said, I didn't do this for success, but when time is as a premium, you've got to start cutting. And I am sad to be stopping YouTube, but I realized that I'm mostly sad because of the length of time I've done it, not because I'm going to stop doing something I'm enjoying, because I don't think I am anymore. I enjoy playing the games, but the whole editing part of it, not so much. It's why I'm not necessarily prepared to end the channel, because streaming is still something I think I would like to do, because streaming, you don't have to edit. It's just me talking to people, maybe if they show up, and playing games. So I might still stream. I stopped streaming because that was getting demoralizing. I was telling you about, how lonely I was getting to begin with. I mean, man, just getting up there, putting a video on, streaming to no one, that's worse, honestly. Being alone is one thing. Actively being ignored is enough. Or at least, obviously, I wasn't being actively ignored, but that's how I felt. But yeah, so yeah, I might go back to streaming, maybe just as a way to, maybe still not give up on it completely, because I did enjoy streaming, especially when people showed up. I liked interacting, having chats. That was really, really meant a lot to me. I think I only ever got like 7, I think, viewers maximum at any one time, and that was fine. I was fine. I would happily just do gameplay for one person. I don't care. I just, having that interaction was really, really nice. So yeah, that's why I'm not going to completely close it off, but other than that, I think that is the channel. 1 hour in, it just doesn't work. I don't think it's a format that works for the audience that I'm trying to do it for. It's the kind of content I want to make, so I'm not going to pivot to anything else, and I just need to save my time. I need to spend it on different things. I need to spend it with my loved ones and doing the hobbies that I will find more rewarding. Yeah, I think that's everything I mostly want to talk about. This is like the 5th or 6th take I've done of this, and I've not had a script, as you can probably tell. Just been waffling on. Hopefully the microphone's been a bit too close to my mouth, so I've probably blown it out a bunch of times. But you know what? That's what it is. Low effort to the end, shall we say. I don't know how long the video that I've got going on in the background goes on for. It might still be going right now. So if it is, I'll say goodbye and you can continue watching that. But if it has ended and it's now just me full screen, yeah, I just want to thank the people who have watched, thank the people who have commented. It does mean a lot when you're small to just get those comments from people, feeling like you haven't wasted all that energy to do something. So I really do appreciate that. And yeah, I guess see you some other way in some other world. But thank you ever so much for watching. Shotgun Squirrel out.
No good, brother. I've been downed.
Getting shot at. Patching myself up.
Gotta heal. Taking a knee. I got you, brother.
Ring's pretty close.
Good looking out.
You are the Apex Champions.